they're ready to march on Auckland. They used to across the Manukau Harbour and sack the place. I think they're going to do it here from home if Murray McMahon's instructions are anything to go by.
Well, it's good to see. Will the haka turn the tide? 64-61. Waikato by 3. Good feed inside. Anthony on the free throw line. He's triple teamed every time he gets the ball now. Waikato playing his own. Joyner on the baseline. Oh, what a move. Nifty shot. Ronnie Joyner, point number 19. He averages 33 a game. Warren Daniels down bloody nose lane, and it drops. And he's fouled. He goes to the line. Fayumu will collect the foul.
All it takes is courage.
As he comes down the lane,
here's Joe Fayumu, number 7, and boom. He's about 6 or 7 inches taller, 3 or 4 stone, and Warren Daniels got the basket. All credit to the Waikato man.
Good to see him. Took it to the paint. Down the middle, laid it in. Fayumu didn't make it certain. He should. If you're going to foul him, make sure he doesn't make the basket. So a 3-point play puts pressure back on Auckland.
You've been watching the English team.
And Anthony is called for an offensive foul. A charging foul, and that's 2 on Benny Anthony. He just smiled incredulously at that one.
He spent a career playing the last 7 minutes of games with 4 fouls. I don't think that's going to bother him at the moment.
Now, he's only on 2, Dennis, so he's got 3 big boom booms left. Inside, Conway takes a pass. He's going against Anthony. Oh, he spikes it to George Sevilla. That starts a fast break. Sevilla lost the ball on the dribble. Auckland will have to set it up and get 2 off a pattern. Well, that's the pattern.
Perhaps it wasn't meant to be.
Daniels up quickly. Both teams hustling it up court a little more quickly now, coast to coast. Let's watch Benny Anthony reject this shot. Conway free for a second. Anthony times it beautifully, and
boom!
Souvenir for the crowd. Danny Conway just tagged with his 4th foul. Let's just check the fouls. Conway with 4, Duncan Taylor with 4, Tony Smith with 4. That's all for Waikato. For Auckland, we've got Kim Harvey on 3, Martin Winter on 4, Ronnie Joyner on 3, and Rick Tuiasa on 4. A real slugfest, Dennis.
Yes, it is. And we've still got 6 minutes to go, and the time factor is going to hurt Waikato more than it's going to hurt Auckland. And I think the one that's really important is Benny Anthony. He's only on 2. That means, given the rate we've been going, that means Steve Conway is going to end up on his back at least 3. Danny Conway on his back at least 3 more times.
Well, actually, we're looking at 4 players here doing all the scoring, and it's a very low-scoring game. Anthony Joyner for Auckland, and Jackson, who just scores 2 more, and Danny Conway for Waikato. Warren Daniels chipping in with 7, but it's basically 4 American players doing all the offensive work. Fayumu out front, closely marked by Daniels. Good defensive effort coming now from Waikato. Fayumu from the side. It's there. What a shot. And we've got a foul.
And he gets a foul. He goes to the line.
In the act, the basket counts. 1 shot to come. Joe Fayumu on the line. 69-67. He can cut the lead to 1.
Yes, he could. And Danny Conway's gone out for consultations. So they're obviously going to protect him with his 4 fouls for the last 2 minutes. It'll be interesting to see how long he stays off.
So Fayumu makes a 3-point play. Tony Smith back on the court for Waikato. Blair Johnson with the ball. Man-to-man defense continues. Auckland putting pressure on Waikato. Shot clock, 10 seconds. Inside, the ball raked off of Warren Daniels by number 10 it is.
It's legal to do that, provided you catch the player's hand from the wrist up. It's a very fine call for the referees, deciding whether or not they got the wrist or into the arm. If it was in the arm, it's a foul. If not, well, that was a bit of bad luck for George Sevilla.
Warren Daniels steady from the free throw line. He's got 8 points. 2 points to lead now to Waikato. coming into this game, Warren Daniels was 100% from the free throw line, 1 out of 1. He's made 4 tonight.
And that was George Sevilla trying to light things up with a round-the-back pass to Benny Anthony, who probably wasn't expecting it quite as soon. Steve Jackson, and gets up. 2 points. He was inside the three-point line.
Time up.
73-68. You hear Coach Tony Webster calling for a timeout. He's got to rally his troops again. They're beginning to play the Auckland fade. Fayumu with 3. That brings them back. Storming back, in fact. They're down by 2. 73-71. 5:11 left in the game. Jackson inside. Joyner gets a piece of it and the rebound. Good defensive play from Ronnie Joyner. Auckland a chance to tie now. Inside it goes to Anthony, knocked away. Waikato quickly to Warren Daniels, and look at George Sevilla jump.
Well, he gave the ball away in a turnover, and then got it. Gave the ball away in a turnover, got it back with a block, threw it up court, a little high for Ronnie Joyner. Could have gone from being a sinner to a saint.
Well, the gold medal block. Watch this block. Daniels comes inside. Sevilla goes up, slaps it over Daniels' head off the glass, and then throws the ball away at the other end. All that effort for naught. Baseline. Daniels brings it back high. Jackson with the ball out front. Takes it down inside. We got somebody reaching in. Ronnie Joyner. That's number 4 on Ronnie Joyner.
And that Ronnie Joyner was claiming that Steve Jackson was elbowing him, and he moved him to cut out the elbowing with his chest. Illegal move. So that's going to be important. But Ronnie Joyner was showing some real signs of life there, and on 4 fouls, he's going to have to go quiet for a while because there's a long, long time to play.
Jackson puts it up, he makes it. Well, he doesn't have to go quiet, but he's going to have to play heads-up defense. He can't go after the man. He can't go after the ball every time. He's going to have to play position defense. Move your feet.
And no reaching in to try and strip the ball.
Who would have believed? 18 points down in the first half. Auckland back to within 4. Anthony takes it down the lane. He's going to be fouled by Blair Johnson, number 22.
Interesting enough, with this, George Sevilla, who barely played in the first half, is doing all the ball carrying, and the offense seems to be set on doing it with one pass, get the ball up to near the three-point line, and then a bounce pass inside. And I think Waikato are starting to sort that out now. Perhaps we may see Alan Ovens in for a few moments, just for a bit of variety.
Well, once again, this man and Ronnie Joyner have had to carry the whole load. They don't get much rest. It's been a frantic second half, and I mean, we've said it 3 or 4 times now. Auckland have lost 8 games by 4 points or less. Most of those games they've been ahead and faded in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Conway knocks it down.
They're still playing catch-up, 77-73 to Auckland.
Iona finds Fayumu inside. Benny Anthony, the ball knocked away, and now shades of the first half creeping back into the Auckland team, Dennis.
There's a little bit of a problem with the Auckland offense in that there isn't a lot of variety now. They started the second half with a blitz, and they're looking for a pattern move. Steve Jackson gets inside. That's tired people on defense there. They should be blocking out, bouncing around, trying to stop anybody getting anywhere near the hoop.
Jackson comes over Joyner's back. He fouls. That's foul number 3 on him. No problems for him at this stage. 3:42 left in the game. Well, the city of sails becalmed here. They've been stuck on 73 for a long while Waikato raced to 79. Joyner's going to be on the line. It's 1+1.
And Alan Ovens comes in to give George Sevilla some assistance. Adi Iona sits down.
Joyner, 68% on the year from the free throw line, 61 of 90. That's not a bad percentage.
And all the points this half. He's got 19, and I think 15 of them have come in the second half. And really, that's been a lot of the offensive story for Auckland in the second half. Ronnie Joyner came to life.
Tony Smith tried to force it inside. Ball stolen. by Auckland. Joyner down to the other end. Ah, great move, Joyner. A slight build, but he's playing with a heap of muscle. Taking the ball strongly to the boards, putting up the 4 or 5 foot jump shot, and they're starting to drop. Conway, closely guarded by Anthony. Comes into the paint, takes the pass, knocked away by Anthony. 4 on 2, Fayumu up quickly, puts it up. Joyner and Anthony there.
A double rebound. That's the sort of offense that wins games.
Benny said to Ronnie, is it your
It's
turn
all
or
yours.
mine?
After you, sir.
Scores locked, 79 all, 2:50 left in the game. The wind starts to blow. The Auckland yacht moving once more. We got a foul on Joe.
That's Benny Anthony.
Well, let's just check it. Was it Ben Anthony?
Ben Anthony, watch 32, Ben Anthony comes in and catches just below the wrist. There it is there.
Okay, could have been a charge on Daniels, but they called Anthony for it. Fayumu had position there as the ball went up.
And I think we're going to see the haka again.
Waikato trying everything now. We've got a mini haka. Good to see it.
The Ragateer of the future. The Ragateer of the future.
Stay down here.
79 all, 2:42, and Warren Daniels will be on the line. He'll be shooting 2. He was fouled in the act. Anthony chopped him. That gave Benny Anthony 3 fouls. Warren Daniels, 9 points.
Interestingly enough, Auckland have got the highest scoring New Zealander, Joe Fayumu, man who goes quietly about the work. Warren Daniels misses the first one. Man who goes quietly about the work and much underrated player. He's picked up 12 so far.
Daniels makes 1 of 2. Oh, with a steal, Jackson, jam! Steve Jackson poached one at halfway, took it to the hoop, and muscle dunked it.
And that's got the crowd livened up.
Seville at the other end.
That's what they wanted George to do, light it up.
Coast-to-coast layup. Tony Smith holds up. Waikato want to play a shot off a pattern. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Waikato by 1. Conway spins, nothing inside, has to throw it out. Daniels looking for a pick and roll from Eric Howard. Auckland pick it off. Sevilla misses the layup. We get a foul from behind by Ronnie Joyner. Ronnie Joyner fouls off. Joyner's going to cruise the Cowrie. That's his 5th foul, we believe.
That is a real tragedy for Auckland.
There you see the dejected face of Ronnie Joyner. Now as the ball goes up, Joyner comes over the back. He makes contact. It is a foul. Conway obviously hit from behind. The man was Ronnie Joyner. He picks up foul number 5, and it's ride the pine time for Ronnie Joyner.
And this is going to be a real test for the Auckland team. It's going to be fire and intensity that does it from here.
Here's Jackson's muscle dunk. Up.
As I was saying, Bob, now Auckland have lost their soft option here. They've done it before in this game. Now it's time to do it again. And they've just got a lucky break there. That could easily have gone off Artie Iona there, but Auckland end up with the ball.
Hey, they're still in the game. They're down by 1. There's 1:55 left in the game. They've got a 3-point shooter on for Ronnie Joyner, and That's Alan Ovens inside. Benny Anthony. Another steal by Steve Jackson. He's going to take it straight to the hoop. He's fouled by Ovens. That's a smart foul by Ovens.
That's playing the percentages. If you're beaten and they're going to score, you might as well try and stop them and force him to do it from the free throw line. He could miss.
Well, and he didn't get called for an intentional, so he fouled. He reaches in here. He's going for the ball clearly. Ovens goes to the floor. Jackson couldn't get up a shot. Now he's got to shoot 2 honest ones from the free throw line. Remember, Waikato lead by 1 point, 82-81. Bounce, bounce. 39 points for Jackson. He's nearing Dee Wallace's age now. Misses the second one. So it's Waikato by 2. 1:40 left in the game. Sevilla finds Fayuma. They'll be looking inside for Anthony. Ovens all alone in the corner. 3-point shooter, but he can't get one away. Tony Smith back in the game for the Warriors. He's on 4. Anthony goes straight to the hoop. He puts it off the glass. It's down. And the scores are tied.
For the 4th time. Jackson's clear under the boards. They'll need defense on him.
Good move from Auckland. They're putting a half-court trap on just to slow up the Waikato team.
Anything to slow them up at the moment. 3-point shot. Misses.
Tony Smith misses it. Jackson kicks it out of bounds, and Auckland will inbound it.
This is an important possession. There's 1:05 to go. That means the ball, in theory, could only go up and down the court 3 more times.
Well, what we thought might be a blowout at halftime has turned into a typical National League game. Its scores are deadlocked. There's 55 seconds.
Mr. Cool, Joe Fayumu.
Now that's a clutch basket in anybody's league. And that puts Auckland Cannons back in the lead. First time in about 7 minutes. And there's Tony Webster telling his players what to do. Now Waikato at 45 seconds. On the shot clock, there's 22. They're down by 2.
There'll be 1 shot. Here it goes.
What a move! What a move! Tony Smith ties the scores. Auckland are going to have to give up the ball.
And Tony Smith.
Waikato, everybody's diving for the ball. It's a grease pink. We got steps taken by Artie Iona. It's a Waikato ball, and Tony Smith slowing it up. He's turned his ankle.
Tony Webster is furious.
One of the kids comes out to wipe off the court. Tony Smith with a turned ankle. Now, all of New Zealand holds its breath. This man we want to see against the English on Tuesday night.
That's going to give Keith Mayer New Zealand coach Keith Mayer palpitations.
It's giving me palpitations, Dennis. Come on, Tony. Walk it off. He's all right.
Now, this is it. We've got 26 seconds, which is longer. Waikato can hold the ball for all that time. I think they'll hold the ball and try for 1 shot. Steve Jackson wants to inbound it.
That's good. They want a forward throwing it in. They want the small men, the guards. Gets into Howard. 24 seconds left. The 30-second clock hasn't started. Doesn't matter because time will run out. We got a foul on Alan Ovens now. Do they take it from the side, Dennis, or did they shoot the free throws now? They might want to take it from the side and run a little more time off the clock.
With 17 seconds to go, take it from the side because it only takes a couple of seconds to get down court. And this is the situation Auckland were in with Otago. They were forced to take the free throws. Otago rebounded and got their basket.
Yes, they're going to take it from halfway. They'll take it from halfway. That's a good move. Waikato.
Run the clock down.
Run it down. 5 seconds left. Launch the Hail Mary, as Dave Ransom of England called it the other day.
And we may see some Auckland fouling here, trying to stop the clock, I think.
Conway back to Tony Smith. Time ticking away. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Jackson with the ball high. He's double-teamed and he's fouled. He's going to be fouled by number 7, Joe Fayumu. Fayumu knew it, but he ran the length of the court to put up a...
That's desperation. They've got it. And Waikato will inbound again. They ran out 9 seconds the last time. And they've got the man who can do it. It's Tony Smith. Get the ball into his hands. He'll take care of it for them.
I got a timeout.
We got a timeout. We'll go down to the Waikato bench and listen to Coach Murray McMahon. What's the strategy? 8 seconds left in the game.
Okay, Tony, go wide, long. Okay, long. Okay. Steve, go down low, breaking up, okay?
Who's got it out of bounds?
Eric's got it out of bounds. I want you look at the break down, set screen for Warren on the offside. So Warren's going to be offside, you're going to come break in.
Hey, we have 8 seconds still.
After you've set the screen, you must roll and look for the ball, okay? You got it? Out of bounds. He's going to set a screen for Warren. Coming to the ball, he's going to roll. Steve's going to be down low, he can bust up.
You want me way out the other side?
Yeah, okay?
Who wants the ball? All right.
Okay, we'll get the ball to him, or him inside.
Okay,
everybody got it?
We've got to know they're going to foul us early. You got 8 seconds now. 8 seconds. Time. 1, 2, 3.
Warren.
Well, I like the confidence, Dennis.
Yes, Bob. Now, they've run the clock down long enough. It's time for one shot. Hail Mary or Our Father, whatever you call it. We'll get one here. And we'll also get a fairly rugged sort of a scrum for the last couple of seconds.
Well, you take a 1+1 from the free throw line, or you inbound the ball from the sides. Waikato is going to inbound it from the side. There's 8 seconds. Keep your eyes glued to the tube. Here we go. 7 seconds. Daniels has the ball. Conway from the corner, partially blocked, doesn't drop. Payumu throws it the length of the court. It hits the roof. That's out of bounds. And the hooter goes. I think we've got another overtime game in the making here.
You guessed it, it's overtime time again. Waikato and Auckland all tied up at 85 all. Let's join our commentary team, Bob Montai and Dennis Edwards.
We're away. Auckland have a possession.
Well, we've got 5 minutes of playing time. Now, remember, Ronnie Joyner is on the bench. He's probably the key to the Auckland lineup. He and Benny Anthony, and Joyner fouled out with about 2 minutes to go. It didn't hurt them in regular play so much, but it could tell in these 5 minutes, Dennis.
Ben Anthony's working like a Trojan in there. Bounces off Warren Daniels, picks up the first points.
Well,
and that's important. Get the impetus going for you in overtime.
It's good to score first. Psychologically, puts the other team in an uphill situation. Conway has his shot blocked. The last 2 have been blocked by Anthony.
And that was a legal block. He caught Conway in the palm of the hand, but I think there was a subsequent foul.
We talk about Anthony and how much he has to play, how far he's got to run, and here he is late in the game, swatting away 2 of Danny Conway's shots from 15 feet away from the backboard. Warren Daniels on the line shooting the free throws. 85-87, Waikato down by 2. He makes the first. Clutch basket. It's 1+1.
That's the sort of thing that keeps a scholarship at American universities, Bob.
Indeed, he puts up the second, doesn't drop. So Waikato down by 1, and Sevilla's called for a charge. Standing behind him is Warren Daniels. Sevilla didn't see him. Barged straight into him.
And then we go back to the free throw line.
That's his second foul.
I take it back. Nothing to do with shooting. Completely wrong. We go to the side. But more important, Waikato have possession and they run out, or could run out, another 30 seconds.
There's a charge. Daniels hits the deck, pleads his case, no need to. Stan Baddick saw it. Waikato, Tony Smith into the paint. Feeds Daniels. Daniels is put on the out-of-bounds line, stretching to save the pass, which is a little bit astray.
It was good defense from George Sevilla. Forced Daniels into that. There's a steal.
Warren Daniels tries to get the ball off Sevilla, and we got a pushing foul on George Sevilla.
He goes.
George Sevilla wasn't going to give up an easy 2 points there. He didn't like having the ball stolen. Now watch this. Daniels reaches in here, knocks the ball away, tries to get around Sevilla. Sevilla keeps him away with the elbow, reaches in at the end. Daniels goes for a skate.
And that was a little bit of inexperience from George Sevilla then. If it's gone, and in overtime especially. They can't afford to lose more people now, or Auckland can't afford to lose more people now.
Well, and the other thing that's happening is Daniels is getting enough practice from the free throw line. He's shooting himself into practice here. He's made 1 of the last 1+1s. First one there, makes the second. His eye gets sharper as the game goes on. 88-87, Waikato by 1 now. Ovens brings the ball up against Tony Smith. Payumu closely marked outside. Jackson comes high to pick him up. Waikato playing man-to-man. Ovens from the free throw line doesn't drop, and Warren Daniels pulls off the board.
And Alan Ovens' shot was made by a very nice little bounce pass from George Sevilla. When it runs for him, is magnificent.
Inside it goes. Conway picks it up. Tries to feed it back outside. That's a foul on Benny Anthony. That's number 4 on Big Ben.
And that's a problem.
Tony Webster showing the strain.
And that face says it all. That means Ben Anthony, heads up defense, he's got to get those tired feet into position. No more hands, no more body.
Ball goes inside to Conway. Conway immediately double-teamed. Anthony comes over, bumps him with the body. Conway threw a nice pass back over his head to Eric Howard, but the foul had been called. Conway on the line, he misses it. Anthony escapes. He gets the foul, but no points come from it. Auckland behind by 1, 88-87. They've got offensive possession. Anthony spins,
and
puts
that's
it
a
off the
bonus.
board.
Eric Howard touched the ball went over, and because Auckland have had their shot, they could have another 30 seconds.
Tight game. We're into overtime. 3:23. Possibly left in the game. We don't know yet. If it's tied at the end of this overtime, we'll have another 5 minutes. Warren Daniels steals the ball. Auckland don't get up a shot. Mistakes beginning to dominate both ends of the court.
Tired people.
Daniels couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds. He's claiming that it was knocked out of his hands, but Auckland now bring the ball up, and neither team have had a shot the last 3 times up the court.
Stress symptoms, folks.
Fatigue, stress and fatigue. Certainly a good amount of intensity out there, Dennis. We don't look back for that anymore. Oh, the tap didn't go down, and Tony Smith trying to find Warren Daniels throws it straight to Fayumu, who confidently puts it up. Eric Howard gives Waikato another chance. Now he's double-teamed, the ball taken off, and Fayumu comes up with it.
That's the man I think that can win this for Auckland, is Joe Fayumu. He's doing it all here, rebounding, shooting, steals.
And in the meantime, the Big Ben scores 2 more. That's 32, and Auckland ahead by 1. Seesaw battle, 88-89. Tony Smith fakes, gets Fayumu off his feet. The shot doesn't drop, and the ball goes off Steve Jackson.
That was a tired scoop shot from Tony Smith, but it all worked out. They get the ball, he gets another chance.
Well, I guess it wasn't Jackson. It must have been knocked off out of bounds by Fayumu. Now we've got a timeout being taken by the Auckland coach. We'll go down and listen to the Auckland coach. That's the last timeout they have in the game. We'll go down and listen to Tony Webster.
You guys look tired. Exactly, but if we really need it, man, you know. Hey, we have to box out, man. Artie, you got to keep Jackson off the board. We got to box out. Hey, keep looking inside. If you don't have it, kick it back out to the shooters. Man, don't force it with 2 men on you. We got 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Let's play hard. Aggressive. Play smart, George. No more turnovers. Al, come on. We don't need that turnover there. Come on. Be positive. Be positive. Go hard for 2 minutes and 17 seconds. We up by 1. Let's try to keep that lead and build on it. But we have to box out. We have to play smart. We have to take a good shot. Don't force up any 3-pointers if we don't need it. Okay? Let's get out there and do it.
Yep.
Come on, Ben.
Interesting.
Hey, deny the ball, Benny. We need you to. You the only guy that's not playing your man. 1, 2, 3.
Now, the first man Tony Webster talked about there was Artie Iona. He's number 33. It's going to be interesting watching him. His job is to keep Steve Jackson off the boards, and Artie Iona has no fouls, so conceivably he could give 5. And if Steve Jackson missed his last free throw, he might miss the next one.
Here we go. 2:12 left in the game. 88-89. Waikato looking for a 1-point lead on this shot. Oh, it doesn't drop, but Conway gets an offensive board, and it's blocked out of the basket by Benny Anthony. And Big Ben,
He departs.
put a final deposit on a trip to the bench. That's number 5 for Anthony. He is not happy with the call, and he's telling Tony Broadbent so. Anthony slowly walks to the bench. 32 big points for Anthony.
And that's a sad sight for the Auckland team. Now it's down to the New Zealanders.
Here we go. Now Conway goes back up. Anthony goes up to get the ball.
Just caught the wrist. That was a tough call.
We'll let you call it. In the meantime, Anthony fouls out, and he dejected man as he wanders over to the Auckland bench. into the game.
Marty Fautuo.
Matt Fatua comes into the game for Auckland, number 12. A lot of pressure on this young man's shoulders. Interesting. Martin Winter, who played so well in the first half, hasn't made a reappearance. He's on 4 fouls.
And Waikato have played very smart here. They're the team that have had people on 4 fouls for most of the second half. And down at the stretch, it's been Auckland that lose them. Conway makes his first one. He'll get another one.
Conway's been a workhorse for Waikato all night. He's got 19. I like the man, even though he gets knocked around in the paint. Perhaps the shot block. He's never intimidated. He'll take it straight to the hoop again. Jackson going gets Fayumu, makes a clean steal. And now, Waikato have 30 seconds to play with it. We've got 1:52 left in the game. Waikato lead by 1, remember. They're not out of this yet. Across the court, it goes to Tony Smith. Inside, looking for Jackson. Conway has it. He spins. He's in the paint. He puts it up. What a shot from Danny Conway.
Marvelous shot. And that's what you can do. He had the height advantage.
Fayumu at the other end. It's not cleanly blocked. No. Foul called by Stan Bannock. Eric Howard will watch the block again.
Here comes...
Fayumu goes to the hoop. You saw it. Eric Howard got up, tapped the ball, picked it out of the air, and he's claiming it was clean. In the meantime, Fayumu on the line.
He may have had a case, Bob. He may have had a case.
Oh, well, the jury's out.
This is Auckland's saviour. Again, if he gets the next one, that's a 1-point lead to Waikato. A turnover and back up.
Everybody's playing and yelling like it was the last 3 seconds, but there's 1:28 on the clock. Auckland down by 2, 92-90. Fayumu can cut that lead to 1. He misses it. Eric Howard this time gets a clean rebound. He's played a good game on one leg. Heavily strapped thigh. The other end, two-handed monster jam.
And the crowd go bananas.
The other end. Sevilla misses the shot, and the ball comes to Jackson. Passes it ahead. Daniels puts it up off the glass. And Waikato streak toward a 6-point lead, 96-90.
And the lights are dimming in Auckland, but they're alive here. The fog just cleared, Bob. The fog just cleared in the Waikato.
Auckland be calm once again. The Auckland fade. They miss the shot. They're down by 6, and the music starts.
48 seconds. There's still time. They'll need it. Big defensive effort here.
Now Waikato will play with it, and it goes into paint to Conway. Oh, he puts it up. He wants 2 more free throws. He's fouled by Artie Iona, number 33, and Conway knows what to do with it. He's on the line. He'll shoot 2.
2 shots. And Tony Webster can... Oh.
Conway, 22 points. What a second half he's had.
And that's the 7-point lead, Bob. I think Auckland may now be definitely looking at another one that got away.
Well,
it's a shame. It's been their season.
That's not a nail in the coffin. That's a bolt. He misses the second one, but as you say, Dennis, it's a 7-point lead. Insurmountable at this stage. 36 seconds. We've got a charging foul on George Sevilla. Nothing going Auckland's way now.
They were hot earlier on. Hot, they burnt the stadium to pieces, and now it's all going cold.
Sevilla lowers the boom on Warren Daniels once again. George, you've got to keep your head, lad. Too much class to do that. It's a risky move this late in the game. Waikato inbound the ball. We've got 32 seconds. They can just hang on to it now. They only have to give it up one more time.
And then only for 2 seconds, Bob.
That's right. Tony Smith finds Jackson underneath, and he's going to be pushed from behind by Artie Iona. Auckland can do nothing now. They've got to foul. Waikato clearly in control, and their record is going to go to 5-8.
And I think all credit to the Auckland team. They started disastrously, and from disastrous it actually got worse. And then they picked it up, they fought, they battled, they struggled, got ahead, got even 3 times, got ahead once, and now, just in the last minute and a half, it's slipped right away from them. But all credit for the battle.
Fouls caught up with him. 2 big players, 32-point. Benny Anthony fouled out. Ronnie Joyner with 24 points. He fouled out in regular time. It's tough to beat Waikato without your 2 Americans. Ovens brings it up quickly. Auckland still trying. There's 15 seconds left in the game. Sevilla was out of bounds. He comes from under the basket to make a...
That's the last minute. Put your foot on the line. Everything else worked, and nothing works.
And Murray McMahon looks a bit more relaxed.
Hey, look long.
Sevilla's one-handed jam didn't work. Waikato up 98-90. Their record runs to 5-8 on the year.
And this is the man who's...
Jackson trying to find Conway underneath. Crowd counting down 1 second as Jackson launches the last shot of the game. It doesn't drop.
98-90. Waikato did it. And the crowd here is going bananas, Bob.
Kiwi FM Waikato Warriors 98. Vita Fresh Cannons Auckland 90. Once again, they faded in the stretch.
Well, I don't know how many of these...
With me is Steve Jackson. Steve, it was interesting watching things tonight. The team seemed to follow your lead. In the first half, everything dropped. In the second half, you had a bad patch. What happened?
Well, the first half, we executed on defense, and we played really hard defense. And coming out in the second half, we got a little bit lackadaisy, and they began to connect on their offense. You had a 42-point game tonight. Did it feel that good? It felt great. Coming off the last 2 games that we lost, I didn't do very well, and I had to prove something to myself tonight.
Well, you look great tonight. Congratulations.